What's up, everybody? Thanks for coming back for another episode focusing entirely on VHS tapes.
With our season.
It's a spooky season. Happy Halloween, everybody. And we're in the month of October, and we're here with our amazing guest, Ethan, aka GradedVHS. What's up, buddy?
Thumbs up to everyone. A lot of thumbs up. Love to give
Really
those
salutes
thumbs
this
up
time.
Yep.
Oh, man. We missed out on the salutes.
On the
Really
what?
excited-
He said no more salutes this time.
Oh, you know what? I am remiss, sir.
I have to
There
acknowledge
it
Kevin's,
is.
I have to
Man,
acknowledge
salutes
Kevin's
from now on.
background.
God damn.
Kevin's
I have to
background
acknowledge
is
Kevin's-
so dope.
I have to acknowledge Kevin's background. That is absolutely terrifying. I looked
The
over, I was like, ah! Kevin, watch out behind you! There's zombies!
He's
Well,
got
that
the
is so
live
cool.
let the right one in going on, and it's just awesome. It's freaked me out several times during these recordings.
So don't worry, everyone. Kevin is safe. That is.
Wouldn't
just
it
a
be funny
television
if there was
set.
actually a murderer back there, and we were like, "Oh, this is so funny," and then they murdered him, and we were like, "Oh God, it wasn't as funny as we thought," you know, because he got murdered.
But it was really funny.
Yeah, until he got murdered. Yeah.
Hey, at least it'll be highly viewed episode.
Oh my God! Could you imagine the virality of that video?
Guy
Guy gets murdered by
Sean, if I get
background.
murdered on these recordings, you have my permission to upload it and get all the money off.
Yay! Thanks, Kev.
You're welcome.
I have video evidence now.
If I get murdered, please give it to the police immediately. Like, don't upload it. Give it to the police, please.
Damn it.
Yeah, really.
Come
So these
on, Ethan.
So these are Ethan's most favorite Halloween VHS tapes to date.
Or grammatically speaking, just my favorite. They don't have to be my most favorite.
His most favorite ever. You heard it here first. These are his most favorite. These are the most important to him. Nothing else matters.
From this point on, that's it. It's final. It's done.
These are
these are my favorite VHS horror movies that I own and love to watch. And we're going to start with number what, Sean?
number one. Trolls 2.
Why would we start with number one? That would be ridiculous.
Oh yeah, first one is number 6.
We're going to ruin the climax and start with number one. Number 6 is that is also incorrect. It is Troll, not Trolls. That is not plural. It is Troll 2.
What's so good? I thought it'd be plural.
So
yeah, it's so good. You wanted more than one.
Don't worry, I'll really get on top of the editor for this one.
Yeah, take a look at
who's
the cover.
that, John?
Take a
that's
look at
me.
the cover of that video and tell me how many trolls you see.
This one, dang it.
Yeah. Now, do you
So
guys
this-
know why this VHS is so special?
Why?
Because it's Troll 2.
And why is Troll 2 so special, Kevin? You tell us,
it's
because I know you know.
It's one of the best awful movies ever made.
That is
And
absolutely correct.
It's just, this is one of those movies you go to like theaters that are playing it with other people and you watch it with an audience and you laugh and you shout and you say quotes at the movie because of how bad it is. It's just, it's a classic. It's a cult classic in the bad sense, but also good sense. It's just, this is peak, like, who made this and how?
And the answer is not Jim Wynorski, which most people would think, but I forget who made this, but
it's an Italian director. I forgot his name.
And it's not Dario Argento. No. It's the director of Suspiria decided he would try his hand at Troll 2. And this is what happened. No, this is absolute garbage in the best possible way. In fact, there are no trolls in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's goblins. Is it
goblins?
Right.
They are goblins.
They made a goblin movie and called it Troll 2 because it's the sequel to Troll.
And there's many goblins. There's not one goblin.
No, there's tons of goblins. It's Goblins 2.
They're eating her. And then they're going to eat me. Oh my God!
Yeah, exactly.
But it's not the second Goblins movie. Either way, this is the screener version of it, which is tough to find. And I love owning it because every time I look at it, I look at that little kid in his PJs, and I remember having feety pajamas and wetting them until the age of 11, because that's true, 100% true. And I look at that troll, and he looks like some sort of Babadook with a disease, and he's got that axe. Like, why would you need an axe if you're a huge hulking Babadook troll?
You
and he's coming after Phoebe's pajamas, and it's just a mess.
And again, this creature that you see on this cover does not show up in this movie. Just understand that.
If you're looking for him, try the Babadook.
Exactly.
And this falls in the same category as some other cult classic terrible movies like The Room or Birdemic. You know, these films are just hit some type of chord to people that really connected, and it's become a classic, you know, cult classic.
But I think this is like the original one of those.
Yeah. This makes The Room look like Suspiria.
Suspiria.
Troll 2. Like Troll 2. But I'm very excited for Trolls 2. Kevin, we should probably work on that too.
Yeah, we should patent that.
It's not even Troll 3, it's Trolls 2, which is the sequel to Troll 3.
The sequel to Troll 2 is Trolls 2.
That's great. See, that I love. Sean, you're onto something. I would watch that.
There you go. See, this is very intentional, guys. This is very intentional.
Yeah, wasn't it all
on the cover? Just put a big witch silhouette on the cover. It'll be great.
And this is very cool. I had to drop this one. Boom! I had a chance to meet George Hardy, who played the father in Troll 2. And he was there at Sundance Film Festival with the Best Worst Movie, which is a documentary about Troll 2.
Yeah.
And you can't piss on hospitality. I won't allow it!
What are you going to do to me, Daddy?
Tighten my belt by one loop so I don't feel hunger pains.
And it was awesome meeting him.
So cool.
Yeah, he was great, man. We just had a great hang and just hung out at parties and stuff and got to know each other pretty well. He's a really rad guy.
Isn't he a dentist?
He's a dentist in the South. Yeah. Yeah.
In the South?
So this movie actually follows him and his adventure going to different Comic-Con events and talking to people. And it was nice, man, because he had no idea this film.
I like your molars, boy.
Guys, you know what? I have to be honest. I have not seen this movie. Yeah, so we're gonna have to watch that during Halloween.
Wow. Okay. Good to know. That is.
I've never seen your face like that.
Writing that down. Sean is terrible and needs to watch movie. Got it.
Are we still friends? Are we still friends?
No, not at all.
Once you watch the movie, all the friendships will be connected again.
Number 5.
Nightmare on my
Nightmare on Elm Street
is a Nightmare on Elm Street Part 1, and it's not from 1981. I did not write that. It's actually from 1985, I believe.
Yep.
And I included this particular copy because it's hilarious that it has subtítulos en español. Because I just want to picture Freddy, being like, with that deep like Spanish radio voice, like in la calle Bauman Arbas por Freddy, like I just picture that being the dialogue, but like it just seems amazing. But the point is, this to me is my favorite fun horror movie to watch. It's also scary. The first one especially is particularly dark.
Yeah.
Amazing film. The original 1985 first print is a media copy with watermarks on back. I think usually silver. Heritage has one coming in their Halloween auction in October, and I'll be interested in that. And I love that film.
Please, God.
This is God.
I mean, this movie is so special in so many ways, but I think most importantly, it's, even more than the film. It's the first appearance of Johnny Depp, which Ethan could agree, right? I mean, that's where all the value's at. It's the first appearance of Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp, first appearance in this movie.
Johnny Depp.
That's what makes the value, period.
100%.
You know this is a true story?
What's that?
I mean, not a true story, but based on a true story.
What's that?
Is it?
This movie? What do you mean?
I'm dead serious.
Wait,
I
what do you
thought
mean?
Wes Craven based it off of this like creepy guy who used to stand outside of his window.
No, that's Freddy's character. The story of the character. He based that on like there was some guy who freaked him out. No, there's in Tibet. There was a bunch of kids who had this like mass hysteria kind of thing where they wouldn't sleep, and some of them died from it. And it was in the paper, and he read about it, Wes Craven, and it helped get the gears going for this movie.
Oh wow, I did not know about that.
That'd be so funny if I was making this up.
I'm
not. It's real. It's real.
That's crazy. Wow. Number 4, Stephen King's It.
Yeah.
Oof. Now, I included this to represent both the original television miniseries, which this is from. And by the way, there are 2 copies of this tape. There's a white one with Pennywise, and there's this one, which is the dope one, the black cover, which is the earliest copy of this tape. And I wanted it to represent both the television miniseries, which is the better of the 2, and of course the remake part 1 and part 2, which are good, but they're not as good as Tim Curry. You know, they're just
Tim
not.
Curry is
This is an amazing movie, and I will tell you a secret: it's an even better book.
Yeah, the book's pretty intense.
Oh my god!
You get to learn a lot about like the bullies who go after these kids and how like sick and twisted they are, especially the main bully. God, he's
how about the gay couple who were attacked in the beginning? I mean, that's one of the most shocking things I've ever read at that age. It was. Yeah. I mean, I love the cover. I mean, with Pennywise's hand coming out of the drain and Georgie's boat. It's just a classic image to me, and I love owning this tape.
Yeah. Sean, are you muted? Sean?
Tim Curry absolutely crushed it. I was on mute. Tim Curry absolutely crushed it.
I like how he came out swinging. Tim Curry!
Tim Curry!
He was amazing, man. I mean, that was one of the best TV performances ever. I mean, this series had a huge impact on me as a kid.
If you see...
Excuse me, sir. Do you have Prince Albert in a can? You do? Well, you better let the poor guy out.
And I just like, man, I thought the remake was good too. The first part was good. The second one was okay, but the first part was fantastic. But even then, like in the original series, like the ending was not good either.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, it was weird. It was weird, but it's the best they could have done at the time, right? They didn't have much resources for this kind of stuff, but this is probably Stephen King's one of his greatest stories in terms of horror. It's definitely up there. I mean, you got other films, obviously, like The Shining's probably up there, if not the best, but this is definitely up there. And man, it had a massive impact on pop culture, and especially this series.
Do they float?
Oh, yes. They float, Georgie. They float. And when you're down here with me, you float too!
Number 3, Candyman.
Number 3 is my personal favorite horror movie, Candyman. What you're seeing there, I'm very proud of. I looked for this from the first day I collected VHS. I was like, I want a Candyman screener, and finally one came up, and I was like, I'll pay anything. I hope they don't know that. And I grabbed it and had it graded. It's in a nice rewind case, nice grade, and this movie, my mother wouldn't let me rent it. I was about 12 when it came out. Wouldn't let me rent it. And one day I thought I was smart, and I switched it with Rudy. And they know when you do that. And the woman looks at my mom and and my mom told her it's okay. So I get home, and me and my friend Corey Feidelson watched Candyman. My mom turned out all the lights. We watched it. It was the scariest shit I've ever seen. My mom comes around the side of the house where the screen is, reaches her hand with a fucking hook, and grabs Corey. We both scream. We both scream. I did not sleep with the lights off in my room for 6 months.
Oh
my mom had to apologize in front of Dr. Marazzi.
Oh my god.
Oh, I love your mom.
You are not content with the stories, so I was obliged to come. Be my victim. Be my victim.
That's what's fun about horror films, right? Those are the memories that you remember forever, because you go to a theater
because
or
of trauma.
You're in their living room. You're in a safe space. But this screen is terrifying you because of the content that you're seeing. memories from your childhood, especially horror films, stick with you for forever. Because I have some examples as well when we do our episode, and I've heard good stories. But that's cool. That's awesome, Ethan, that you tell that story.
This is also a very important film about the trauma and repeated trauma inflicted upon the African American community, and especially in low income, low socioeconomic circumstances, and how that cycle repeats itself and holds people back from achievement, and how it and what it's blamed on, and how it's not blamed on the correct on its actual origins. It's blamed on other things. You see the echoes of that trauma in that community, and and for that reason, I think it's important to watch from that lens, that point of view as well.
And I love the music.
Oh,
the music for this film is amazing. I still listen to it even today.
Philip Glass, right?
Yeah, Philip Glass. Yeah.
Wow.
I love
That's
this.
awesome.
It's such a good film.
Number 2, The Hills Have Eyes.
Number 2, The Hills Have Eyes. This one is from 1981. I think if you just keep putting 81, you'll be right.
Yeah, sooner or later, they're all.
I think the last time that I did that, because I literally searched VHS release date, and I was on a website that said it was 1981, but I put it in without really thinking too deep into it, and I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense now. Looking back, I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
The Hills Have Eyes. This one I'm super proud of, because these Harmony Vision sealed tapes are super tough. And this one in particular, I haven't seen another one. I don't know if there's another one, but maybe not. And this movie is this is a Wes Craven special, and it is a shocker. The remake and the original. The original is better, but the remake is not bad. It's not going to make people.
They really tried.
Yeah, they tried. It's an honest effort, and they put in the work. There are parts of this that'll make you shield your eyes.
Totally.
Kind of like Last House on the Left. Wes Craven has been in places where he wants to make you not want to see where he's taking you. This is that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, The Hills Have Eyes, which I think came out in actually 77.
Yep.
When it actually theatrical run. But yeah, nobody saw a movie like this before, and they were like, it was intense.
Anyways, number 1. Oh yeah, great transition. Chainsaw Chainsaw Massacre. Pew 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 pew.
Yes.
Was that a cowboy thing? Let me see that.
Pew 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 pew.
He gave the finger guns for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I mean, it's Texas, so
that was right. It made sense. Is that where the lawyer lives? I mean, the dentist, the Southern dentist.
Yeah,
Yes.
he lives right where this movie
No,
is.
not Texas. I think it's Georgia.
I'm gonna give you a root canal.
And he could have too, because he's a dentist. So this is
this one and The Thing are my two, and Candyman, of course, are like my favorite to own, because I like owning stuff that there aren't a lot of copies of, and this is the only copy of this that anyone knows of. I'm sure there'll be others, and I hope there are, because I want other people to enjoy having them too. But the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is just a movie that means a lot to me, because it inspired so much. Really, as so many movies come from this. I mean, there'd be no Nightmare on Elm Street. There would be so many movies, and it put you in a point of view where you were complicit with the murderer because you were watching with him as he did this. It was a new perspective that made you guilty. Like it was without pounding you over the head with it like Funny Games does. This one made you guilty of the murders just like the killer was, and that was shocking. And that's why this is an important movie and the godfather of the slasher. And it's a badass cover too. I like how it looks.
Yeah.
And this is your copy?
That's my copy, yeah.
Oh, wow.
You asked me for copies of my tapes that I own. That's what the list was.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, my episode's not going to be like that, unfortunately. But yeah, but all these copies, are of Ethan's, and that's so cool that you're sharing us your collection of horror VHS tapes. And man, what a collection you have! This is such a cool variety.
So much fun. Horror movies are so much fun. Find out what it's like to be afraid, and that's fun in a controlled environment. Enjoy these horror movies. It's so much fun, and collect them. I mean, it really is fun to put together. I don't care if they're first prints or newer prints.
Yeah,
put together a collection of fun horror movies. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well said. That's so cool. Well, thanks everybody for joining. Ethan, thanks so much for coming on. Make sure to follow Ethan at GradedVHS on Instagram and also give us a follow, and subscribe as well. Thanks so much for joining, everybody, and we'll see you on the next episode. Episode 2 is coming soon. Ooh.
Bye, Bobby.
Bye, Bobby.
Bye, Bobby.
Sean froze.
I'm back.
Oh, scarier than anything.